Hello and welcome to this week's Horror Debate. I'm Jeff Rowdy J. Keir, and with me is Michael Mandy.
And this week we're reviewing The Legend of Hell House.
Yeah, not bad actually.
Classic horror haunted house film. See, the thing, haunted house films are kind of an interesting, different genre. There's no person walking around. There's not a lot of emotional release forms. It's a lot of people screaming at nothing and camera type trickery.
Well, back in the day, there wasn't a lot of effects. This movie was made in the 70s, obviously, from the look of it, and there wasn't a whole lot of special effects. I can't think of like more than one or two scenes that even had any sort of special effect in it.
Mostly it was all dry ice.
Yeah, pretty much. Boy, did they use the dry ice for the front of the house and the entrance and everything. Wow, it was, I think it was a little overused, but yeah, I mean the acting was actually pretty good in this one. Roddy McDowall.
Also Cornelius from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, but very convincing. Not a huge fan of these type of movies. I mean, I love haunted house movies, don't get me wrong, but back then, they were very slow-paced. Yeah. You had to wade through a lot of story, basically, to get to the goods. But, you know, I didn't find myself falling asleep or anything. It kept me going.
Well, that's good. It's a very moody kind of film. It's a lot of atmosphere, a lot of... there is a lot of talking going on, but they have a lot of backstory to give you, a lot of history. One of the good things about this film was it was written by Richard Matheson. He wrote the book Hell House, and then he wrote the screenplay for this. And I found that a lot of times films are usually better when they let the actual author write the screenplay, have a say in the film.
Yeah.
What's the basic plot of the film, Jeff?
Well, they're going back to the Hell House to try to solve the mysteries of people who have died there before, basically, and been injured there before, crippled there before. And I thought it was kind of funny, actually, the machine that the guy built to try to drain the house of the energy. I thought, suddenly I thought Scooby-Doo was going to show up and go, "Hey," you know. It felt to me like a Scooby-Doo episode at that point, I will admit. But like I said, it wasn't bad. I think it's a middle-of-the-road haunted house movie.
Yeah, and women aren't too bad to look at either.
No, the young psychic, man, she was cute.
Yeah, and the wife?
Yeah, not so much. But
Roddy McDowall was disappointed when the house was clean. I didn't spoil anything for you, don't worry.
Well, I think I made the comment during the film that the two women weren't bad looking, but those are two of the ugliest dudes I've seen in a horror movie in a while, man.
Yeah.
They were
It's funny, that's the kind of films that were made back then. They didn't have, teenagers looking like they just got off of an episode off of a series from the WB. These were actually middle-aged or older type actors.
Right, and convincing, too.
And you don't see too many horror movies that have that kind of actors or actresses in them.
Sure don't.
No.
Yeah, if you're middle-aged now, you're not really going to get the role.
No.
So, but like I said, I mean, there's not a whole lot of things you can say about this movie other than it's a good solid 90 minutes or 95 minutes of middle of the road.
But you do have to pay attention to it. This isn't the kind of film you can just
you're right.
come in on the middle of and just, what's going on? Did anyone die yet?
Yeah.
No,
absolutely not.
This is the kind of film you have to start at the beginning, turn all the lights off, turn the phone off, watch it from the beginning all the way through, and there's not going to be a lot of, heart-pounding, pulsing moments, just maybe a little eerie thing that'll make you have goosebumps.
It's funny, they remastered this in 5.1 Dolby Digital, and I don't think I heard the rear channels once during the entire flick. Maybe just briefly for a boom or something, but it wasn't major at all, so it made me wonder why they would go through all the trouble of doing a 5.1 mix. But, it was effective. I mean, the voices were totally clean. The video obviously had been cleaned up and restored to a 185:1 ratio, widescreen. Looked great. I mean...
For a 35-year-old film.
Yeah, it looked like a 70s movie, man. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, and this is the kind of film that was on TV all the time back in the early 70s on those chiller dealer theater type things.
Yep.
All right, how many stars, Jeff?
I'm going to go... It's a middle-of-the-road movie. I'm going to go middle of the road. I'm going to give it 3 stars.
Hey, all right. I love this film. It's all atmosphere. It's all talk. But like I said, it's a kind of film you got to jump into it, and I'm the kind of guy, I'm kind of old school. I like those kind of films that give you a little bit of history, so I'm going to give it 4.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, this is Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next time at the Horror Debate.